Whether it's the thrill of that new car smell or the satisfaction of scoring a great deal on a used one, buying a car can be a promising journey. But with so much information out there, it's easy to get stuck in neutral when deciding on your next ride. Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union is here to help us put car buying myths in the rear view mirror and guide us towards making the best choice. Let's welcome Travis Marra, Roseville Branch Manager for Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union. Hey, Travis.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we're talking about buying a cars, and we kind of want to debunk some myths that we heard with car buying.
Yeah, for sure.
So the one off the top of my mind, do you really need to buy a brand new, spinking new car in order for it to be reliable?
Yeah, it's a great question. And, while buying new has so many perks, such as, a full warranty and kind of as you alluded to, breathe in with me, that new car smell, buying used can be just equally as rewarding. And a lot of times it's even more economical for you.
Yeah.
So don't discount buying used. However, if you are going to buy used, you really do need to do your homework. Look into the reliability and any maybe known issues with that vehicle in mind. You also should get a vehicle history report. This will help you educate yourself on the vehicle's past, have a trusted mechanic run an inspection to maybe catch anything you may have missed. And, just a lot of other things that you could do is considering certified pre-owned vehicles. These are great options just because they do go through rigorous inspections and oftentimes come with warranties that we always want.
Yeah, and if people go the used car route or pre-owned vehicle route, like you mentioned, there's those air fresheners to get that new car
There you
smell,
go,
right?
yes, for sure.
All right, now many people believe that whether it's new or used, buying a car kind of puts the brakes on your finances. Is that true?
Yeah, aside from a home, if you think about it, a car is almost like the second biggest investment we will make, but it doesn't necessarily have to be cost prohibitive. In order, to make the most, financial sense, the most affordable for us, it's always good to start with a realistic budget that we can stick with. Now, when buying a car, you don't want to just focus on the sticker price because there are additional costs we need to be mindful of. Insurance may go up. What is the maintenance costs on these vehicles? And also fuel costs. We also can look for deals out there. Manufacturers love to give incentives, especially when they're trying to clear out last year's inventory, and don't be afraid to negotiate. Whether you're buying new or used, there usually is some room to have a discussion on price. And lastly, financing options do make the car buying a lot more affordable for you.
Yeah, I think the negotiation route is always a good one too, especially like you mentioned, those inventory from last year that they're trying to get out.
Yeah.
There's some wiggle room there.
Yeah, let's make a deal.
Yeah. Okay, here's a myth that floats around. My first time hearing it. Should you wait until the end of the month to buy your car to score the best deal?
Yeah, and that is a good one. And, there is a grain of truth to that. However, it's not like the golden rule. Sometimes dealers are pushing to kind of hit their targets, so they may sweeten the pot with a great deal. However, if they've already hit their targets, you may not see much of a difference at all. So the key to kind of looking at when is the best time to buy is just to remain flexible and kind of doing your homework. Looking for promotions that are out there, and try not to be picky if you can with things such as like color, which can save you some cash. But knowing when good times to buy are, other things are when new models come out or end of quarters, again, when you get into kind of those targets. But, bottom line is, we want to make it affordable for us. There's, it is a big commitment for us. We're going to be with this vehicle for a while, so just making sure it stays in that budget for us.
Yeah, and sometimes there's those holiday deals too that people can look out for as well. All right, there's an idea going way back that paying cash will automatically get you a better price. Does that still hold up?
Yeah, that is a bit of a old belief. Back in the day, if you brought in your duffel bag full of cash, it might get you a better price. But that isn't really the case so much with most dealerships. And in fact, dealerships actually prefer to finance because they can make a little extra on the loans.
Right.
You also may see better incentives by financing as well. But don't get me wrong, cash is still very beneficial. Such as not having to make any interest payments and having that peace of mind of owning that vehicle free and clear from day one.
Okay. And then to wrap things up, Travis, what's the #1 thing you want our viewers to keep in mind when it comes to buying a car?
Yeah, ultimately, I would just say, knowledge is power in the car buying process. Before you start going to dealerships, really take the time and do that research. Really know what vehicle is that you want, what can you truly afford, and again, considering all the additional costs, not just that sticker price. But try to avoid these myths and those high pressure sales tactics that are trying to influence you into making that quick decision.
Yes.
Like I said, this is a big commitment, and we want to make sure we're comfortable with it. And whether you're going to buy new, used, or even lease, make sure you're comfortable with the decision you make. And as always, check out our website, schoolsfirstfcu.org, for more information and guidance on your car buying decisions.
There you go. You heard it from Travis. He's helping us buy those cars and making sure we're getting the best deal we can. You can visit one of the many Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union branch locations as seen on the screen. And you can find out more online by going to schoolsfirstfcu.org.